This is Gado News. Good evening and welcome once again to your trusted window into the world of finance and national development, money and the economy. I'm your host, Abdul Fattah Otori. Now, there are moments, quite often, when I find myself wondering, how did your day unfold? I hope it brought with it peace, progress, and a measure of joy. But should your day have taken a different turn, marked by trials, setbacks, or unmet hopes, permit me to speak a word of encouragement. Do not let your spirit sink into despair, nor allow the success of others to stir envy within you. The truth is, though unseen, those who bask in triumph today have in times past walked the dark valleys of failure. They too have tasted defeat, felt the sting of disappointment, and wrestled with the temptation to quit. Yet, they rose again, perhaps more than once until the tide turned in their favor. So, what am I saying? Take heart. Your own moment of victory draws near. Let hope steady your steps and integrity guide your journey. In due time, you too shall lift your voice in celebration. Be of good cheer. Your story is still unfolding. Well, on the program tonight, Central Bank of Nigeria unveils 2024 financial statement, signals renewed fiscal discipline, profitability, and economic confidence.
At the Central Bank of Nigeria, we recognize that clarity in policy making and open communication with the public are essential for achieving our goals. In this regard, we have implemented several measures to ensure that stakeholders have access to accurate, timely, and comprehensive information about our operations.
IMF removes Nigeria from list of indebted nations, a boost to sovereign credit profile and global confidence. 64% of Nigerian CEOs forecast positive economic turnaround. Who's saying this? And CBN slashes emergency loans to FG amidst increasing debt concerns. As always, joining us with the financial pulse of the week is Harriet Adams with updates on the central bank's review and market trends. Harriet, over to you.
Thank you so much, Abdul, and thank you for joining me. Nigeria has cleared her $1.61 billion debts to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, thus exiting from the fund's list of indebted countries. In a report titled Total IMF Credit Outstanding Movement from May 1, 2025 to May 6, 2025, Nigeria was not listed among the debtors, which had 91 developing and least developed countries owing the fund to a total of $117.8 billion as at May 6, 2025. In a post on his X handle, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Digital Engagement, Strategy and New Media, Otega Ogra, says the development is a sign of discipline, reform and strategic reset by the Tinubu administration. A survey by the PwC Nigeria has revealed that 64% of chief executive officers, CEOs in Nigeria, are anticipating a positive shift in the country's economy this year. The survey findings are published in the Nigeria edition of the 28th Annual Global CEO Survey. PwC reports that 61% of CEOs have ventured into new sectors within the last 5 years, showcasing a commitment to adaptability, while 67% identify artificial intelligence (AI) as a driver of innovation in products and services. The reports say confidence among CEOs in global economic growth is on the rise, signaling significant shifts in outlook. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reduced its ways and means advances to the federal government by 59% as a sign of tightening the monetary and fiscal policy. The CBN provides the federal government with ways and means advances, a form of emergency loan, when revenues fall short. According to the CBN 2024 financial statements, these short-term loans totaled 7.94 trillion naira by the end of 2023. However, that amount fell to 3.27 trillion naira in 2024, marking a decline of 4.68 trillion naira or 58.9%. And straight to stock news. At the end of the last weekday of trading on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and NGX a total of 459,212,864 shares in 15,723 deals, corresponding to a market value of 11,164,938,334 naira 85 kobo were traded. Compared with the previous NGX trading day, today's data shows 17% decline in volume, 22% decline in turnover, and 6% decline in deals. The current market capitalization in the Nigerian Stock Exchange is 68.3 trillion naira. In the aggregate, 126 NGX listed equities participated in trading, ending with 34 gainers and 32 losers. On the CBN exchange market, the US dollar exchanges for 1,609 naira 64 kobo. The pound sterling exchanges for 2,145 naira 48 kobo, while the euro goes for 1,818 naira 41 kobo. The crude oil, that's Bonny Light, sells for $64.89 per barrel. Inflation rate is 24.23%, while monetary policy rate remains 27.5%. That's the CBN review for the week. It's back to you, Abdul, for the rest of the program. I am Harriet Adams. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Harriet. The Central Bank of Nigeria has released its 2024 financial statement, a document that reflects not merely our tally of figures, but a renewed sense of financial discipline, strategic clarity, and institutional maturity. This latest report presents a narrative of transformation, marking a significant upturn in the bank's operational efficiency and monetary stewardship amidst Nigeria's ongoing economic reforms. Let us begin with the bank's strengthened external reserves. The figures reveal a rise from $36.6 billion in 2023 to $38.8 billion in 2024, an encouraging improvement. This growth is largely attributed to increased inflows from portfolio investments, diaspora remittances, and improved coordination of oil revenue collections with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC). The implication is far-reaching: greater foreign exchange stability, enhanced investor confidence, and a stronger capacity to meet the country's international obligations. Another striking highlight is the return of profitability. The central bank moved from a deficit of 1.3 trillion naira in 2023 to a surplus of 165 billion naira in 2024. How was this achieved? Through prudent expenditure control, stronger income from foreign exchange transactions, and sound investment decisions. It's a testament to the bank's renewed financial discipline and an evidence-based approach to resource management. Now, you may be wondering why the 2024 financial statement carries such significance. For clarity, let us hear from the central bank governor himself.
Under my leadership, the CBN has prioritized increasing public access to critical reports, including the Purchasing Managers Index (PMI) and sectoral performance data. These reports are now regularly updated and available on our website and media channels, empowering businesses and analysts to make informed decisions. We have also committed to enhancing the quality and frequency of financial stability reports, balance of payments data, and FX market updates, equipping stakeholders with essential insights into the economic landscape. And a lot of this, on visits to our website, there will be more and more of this data that will be made available, and the public can visit that and just download it for free.
As you've heard, the direction of the current CBN leadership is clear, transparent, and built on tangible outcomes. One more important development highlighted in the report is the reduction in intervention lending. The bank's loans and receivables declined from 16.1 trillion naira to 11.9 trillion. This reflects deliberate loan recoveries and a strategic shift away from direct interventionist lending. It signals a welcome return to market-led credit mechanisms, reducing the footprint of fiscal dominance in monetary policy execution. Now, before we delve deeper into the implications of the CBN's 2024 financial performance, we're privileged to be joined by a distinguished panel of experts to provide insights and perspectives. First, we welcome Mr. Gabriel Idakolo, renowned financial analyst and, of course, a familiar voice on this program.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Also with us, Mr. Emmanuel Mogbolu, Fellow, Chartered Institute of Bankers and Vice Chairman of the FCT branch. Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Also joining us from our newsroom is our social affairs correspondent, Deborah Amos. Deborah, what are the sentiments on the streets regarding these developments at the central bank?
Thank you, Abdul. On the street and in the stores, the news of the central bank's renewed profitability is actually stirring cautious hope. Many Nigerians are saying with a small smile, if they've started getting it right up there, maybe, just maybe, things can start to feel right down here too.
Thank you very much, Deborah. We'll come back to you very shortly. But now it's time for a short break. As we pause, we take you to Onyegewe, a city where the spirit of tradition meets the call of modern progress. Please stay with us.
That will be 400,000 naira, sir.
400,000 naira only. And a chicken change now. Wait here. My countable. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,250 times.
Mr. Man, so you expect say we all go queue behind you make you count money? Why you not go cashless?
Madam, I beg, this cashless something, waiting in me, seven now, tell me.
It means say you not go to carry plenty money join body again, no. That one now offside. Like now, you suppose just use your ATM card for this POS where they here so. It's fast and it's safe too. Now people no go they lick finger they count money again, no.
Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Technology.
This message is brought to you by the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Who is this stepping out of that exotic Mercedes-Benz Jeep?
Aina?
Could it be Obina? See, Sadat, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class is often called the gold standard of luxury. They even say it is the best car in the world. And for good reason. Those advanced features, the elegance, the sheer comforts. It's in a class of its own.
Ikon Allah. Absolutely, Susan. And the man himself is not looking bad, though.
You're right. But his grammar will betray all the sophistication you see here.
I beg, forget that thing. Now, grandma go chop.
I'm serious, so.
I beg you.
Madam. Madam, because we are 15,000 naira worth of suya, then 2,000 naira worth of masa. Quick, what's the number? Be fast, I'm hauling away.
So, Obina. Am I that small that you could not notice me here?
I does not see. So I'm at home again because I not see you. I does not saw you. How is this your beautiful friend? Please give this babies 10,000 naira worth of suya. That is 10,000 naira. You need 10,000. You need 10,000. Don't I good? After I just transcouple Hilton for dinner.
Thank you, Obina. But first, come. Let us talk while Malam is preparing this suya. Okay. What has changed? You mean you own this car?
This is one of my
cars.
One of my cars.
What is the source of this sudden wealth, Obina?
Hello, brother, how's America? I heard that the Donna is preparing preparation to enter, to take over. The project, yes, it is going well. Money for the roof, that is the only one that is remaining. Okay, thank you. That's my brother, USA.
So, that is the source of the flamboyant life you are living in Nigeria, Obina.
Flamboyant?
You are talking about roofing, and I am very sure that you have not done the foundation of the building.
We will do it. We have started, sir. Look, madam, you here. You use the money your brother in UK sent to you to marry more wives. You marry Gida. You marry Gida.
Oh my God. These Nigerians in diaspora are working so hard, and some very stingy relations are misusing the money. See, Prof is here. Good evening, Prof.
Good evening, my dear.
Oh, barka da zuwa Professor.
Well, I've been a silent spectator, hanging onto your conversation, like a traveler tracing the constellations in a moonlit sky. I must tell you, this era will soon be part of our history. Yes.
Prof, how this one will be based?
Oh, I can already see it. The tension crackling in the air. Your unease like ripples on a once still pond.
Yeah.
Well, it's no surprise. Let me break it down for you. The Apex Bank has directed local banks to create seamless channels for our people in the diaspora. Now, they can remit their money straight into their domiciliary accounts here at home. And when they return, they can spend it with ease, no stress, no hurdles.
Yeah.
That's not all. This move is going to boost their confidence in our financial system. And best of all, it's going to cut out people like you who have been exploiting them for far too long. Yes.
Oh, wow. This is about the best thing to happen in this great city of Onyegwewe.
You can say that again.
The Yawa Suna Hawaii. Many of them are in tears.
Hey, Malam, anything needs to get. I will go to court. I'm going to court.
Which
Go
court?
to court.
Which court?
Your exploitation will stop.
Yes.
Thank you very much for staying with us. You're still tuned to Money and the Economy. Remember, you can be a part of this conversation. Simply send a message via SMS or WhatsApp to 0812-222-2018. That's 0812-222-2018. For consumer protection or banking complaints, reach the CBN via 0817-665-7641, 0817-665-7642, 0817-665-6721, and 0708-065-0991. Visit www.cbn.gov.ng for more, or listen again at www.gadoagency.com.ng.
This is Money and Economy on your radio.
Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria's 2024 financial statement further reveals a deliberate embrace of cost rationalization as the bank trimmed non-essential expenditures across its various branches. This prudent approach has fostered a more streamlined and efficient operational structure, reinforcing a culture of fiscal discipline and institutional efficiency. In the realm of internal governance, the bank made significant strides through the full implementation of the Internal Control over Financial Reporting (ICFR) framework. Following a rigorous audit process, external auditors certified the bank's internal controls as effective. This commendation not only assures regulatory compliance, but also enhances the transparency of the bank's financial dealings, fortifies corporate governance, and aligns operations with international standards of best practice. However, even amidst these achievements, the 2024 statement does not shy away from acknowledging key challenges and the cost of policy decisions. At the forefront is the notable rise in liquidity management expenses, which surged from 1.5 trillion naira to 4.5 trillion naira. This significant increase reflects the intensity of the bank's monetary tightening efforts through frequent and high-value open market operations, OMO, a necessary measure undertaken to curb inflation and restore balance in the money supply. These are defensive expenditures undertaken in the national interest to protect the currency and preserve macroeconomic stability amidst persistent fiscal pressures. Equally worthy of attention are the losses incurred on derivative contracts, which rose sharply to 13.9 trillion naira in 2024 from 6.3 trillion naira the previous year. These losses stem from the proactive settlement of inherited foreign exchange obligations, legacy transactions that the current leadership chose to address head-on. This strategic cleanup aims to restore investor confidence in Nigeria's forward markets, reduce foreign exchange liabilities, and ultimately strengthen the country's external financial buffers. But what does this mean for the average Nigerian? What sentiments are resonating on the streets, in markets, and across households? Well, we turn now to our social affairs correspondent, Deborah Amos, who has been closely monitoring reactions and grassroots perspectives on this development.
Thank you once again, Abdul Fattah. In the rhythm of our nation's marketplaces and the quiet spaces of daily hustle, a new kind of conversation is taking root. It's not about blame or bitterness, but about a cautious, budding hope. Hope that maybe something at the top is finally changing for the better. The Central Bank's 2024 financial statement, with its bold honesty and clear reforms, has sparked reflection, not just among analysts, but among ordinary Nigerians. So I walked the streets, boarded buses, lingered in stalls, and asked, what do you make of all this? Their responses were measured, thoughtful, and surprisingly hopeful.
Like I read the summary online and saw that international auditors called their systems effective. That's serious. And that actually caught my attention. For me, that means someone is really doing their job very well.
When you see a central bank admit to losses but also show strategy behind it, like clearing forest contracts and reducing unnecessary loans, it tells me there is now courage in leadership.
In these voices, we hear not blind optimism, but a collective willingness to believe again, to believe that leadership can be sincere, that policies can touch real lives, and that reforms, if sustained, may one day ease the burdens carried by millions. From Abuja, this is Deborah Amos reporting for Money and the Economy.
Thank you, Deborah. Before we proceed to a panel of analysts, it is worth pausing to reflect on the deeper significance of the recently released 2024 financial statement of the Central Bank of Nigeria. This document is far more than a mere audit of figures. It stands as a testament to a renewed strategic vision, a commitment to transparency, and the assertion of purposeful leadership at the helm of the nation's monetary affairs. These encouraging indicators do not exist in isolation. Rather, they collectively lay the groundwork for more effective inflation management, greater stability of the naira, renewed investor confidence, and, in the broader context, the sustained advancement of Nigeria's economic trajectory. Now, to help distill the meaning behind these numbers for our economy, for national confidence, and for the path that lies ahead, we turn to our distinguished panel. Mr. Gabriel Hidakulo, once again, a warm welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Please share your perspectives on the 2024 financial statement of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Can it rightly be considered a measure of the bank's institutional performance?
Yes. If you look at the performance, it's a clear departure from the past, where you see a situation whereby the CBN statement in 2023 shows a clear deficit of 1.3 trillion naira. And we recorded a surplus of 165 billion in 2024. It also shows that with good corporate governance, the Central Bank of Nigeria has been able to improve tremendously the foreign reserve from 36.6 billion in 2023 to 38.8 billion in 2024. So these strategic measures have really helped to ensure that the CBN had a very wonderful position in 2024. Looking at the success that was recorded even in the recoveries of legacy debt and also receivables, it also shows that the CBN is poised and is really working hard to erase the impression that people have concerning the CBN in the previous management of the CBN.
Mr. Emmanuel Mobolu, thank you for your patience. Now, in your assessment, what specific actions or shifts in policy direction do you believe contributed to the remarkable improvements recorded by the Apex Bank?
Majorly, we have monetary policy rate hikes. The central bank implemented a series of interest rate hikes, raising the monetary policy rate, MPR, from 26.25% to 27.5% to combat rising inflation and to stabilize the economy. And then, of course, the inflation targeting policy. The central bank's inflation targeting policy aims to rein in inflation to 21.4%, aided by agricultural productivity. And of course, there's a shift away from intervention lending. Central bank has moved away from intervention lending, allowing market mechanisms to drive credit allocations and financial sector development. I mean, this is reflected in the notable reduction in loans and receivables.
Back to you, Mr. Idakolo. While these numbers speak of progress, how do we interpret this through the lens of the everyday Nigerian? To the woman selling gari by the roadside, has anything truly changed?
Before we can start seeing physical change, it will take a while because things have gone very bad in the past 2 years. before this new CBN team came on board. So what we have been trying to do is to first fill the hole that was left by the previous CBN management team. From there, economic policies will now start favoring the people. We have started seeing signs of reduction in food prices based on this strategic economic shift that the CBN engineered with the fiscal authorities. We have also started seeing signs of inflation easing with time with the way the CBN is managing the economy. And with increased investment due to the prudence of the central bank and the strength of our foreign reserve, we believe that more investors will come to improve the industries, and small and medium-scale industries will also benefit tremendously. So the policies of the CBN presently is poised towards expanding the market and ensuring that more and more Nigerians are engaged. And a good thing to note is the new policy of the federal government as regards ban on foreign goods that can be produced in Nigeria. So this is going to increase employment, reduce unemployment, ensure that the economy is increased and is poised towards the $1 trillion economy that we anticipate. So the effect of what the CBN has done in the past year and what it's presently doing will gradually be felt by Nigerians with time. Shortly, it will start materializing. We have started seeing the signs, and it will improve and continue.
Well, as we round off this evening's discourse, we extend our sincere appreciation to our esteemed guest, Mr. Gabriel Idakulo. Always a privilege to have you join us, sharing your deep well of experience.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Emmanuel Mogbolu, your insights this evening as enlightening as they are timely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is Money and Economy.
And with that, we draw the curtain on tonight's edition of Money and the Economy, a program steadfast in its commitment to decoding the numbers and narratives that shape the financial destiny of our great nation. This evening, we reflected on the deeper significance of the recently released 2024 financial statement of the Central Bank of Nigeria. We told you that the document is far more than a mere audit of figures. It stands as a testament to a renewed strategic vision, a commitment to transparency, and the assertion of purposeful leadership at the helm of the nation's monetary affairs. These encouraging indicators do not exist in isolation. Rather, they collectively lay the groundwork for more effective inflation management, greater stability of the naira, renewed investor confidence, and, in the broader context, the sustained advancement of Nigeria's economic trajectory. This episode of Money and the Economy was brought to you by Gado Agency Limited with proud support from the Central Bank of Nigeria. For more information, visit www.cbn.gov.ng. To listen back to this edition of the broadcast, go to www.gadoagency.com.ng. The voices in our drama were those of Osondu Waku, Victoria Asido, Deborah Amos, Daniel Johnson, and Elijah Ewa. And to our dedicated production team, Malaki Upong, Gideon Kenneth, Deborah Amos, Kelvin Nosa, and Olusegun Shitabe. Special recognition goes to our producer, Godwin Odemije. Before we part, let me leave you with this thought. Only a fool tests the depth of a river with both feet. Think well and be wise. I'm Abdul Fattah Otori. May your night be restful and may your reflections be filled with purpose. Good night.